Well, hello and welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
It is, my friend. It's always good to be in your presence.
Thank you. And it's going to be a great show today.
Yes, we have a young man with us today that's trying to do some things in Indianapolis, and hopefully he can tell us what he's doing, and hopefully people will hear what he's saying and probably come in his direction and give him a helping hand.
Yeah, great organization,
Yes.
Indy Black Chamber.
Yes, he is the one that at this particular time gives that chamber a resurgence. It was kind of down, but now he's trying to lift it. And so he needs to support the community and businesses to do so.
And that's a good thing. He's also a very industrious young man. He has his own security company.
Yes, if he doesn't get you one way, he'll get you the other.
Speaking of financial investment, we want to thank the Lee and Coswell and Crawley folk.
Yes, for helping us stay on the air.
Yeah, and also Stewart Mortuary.
Yes, great mortuary, has been around for years, and you have some family needs, make sure you check out Stewart Mortuary with Mayor Stewart and Kevin McMichaels.
And the Fervent Care Christian Academy.
Yeah, you tell us about that.
Yeah, great school. If you want clean, Christian, caring, convenient child care, Fervent Care Child Care Christian Academy, 317-898-2751.
I figured you could tell us about that.
It's going to be a great show on today, and we're glad that you're here with us. We also want to encourage you to join us for our new time.
My God, I'm
on
excited.
Fridays.
Yes, I'm excited.
Moving to Fridays to get your weekend started at 9:30 p.m. on Fridays, and then on Sundays still at 5:30.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time for you to watch us, and hopefully we'll give information that will help you throughout the week and let people know that you are a real people, real voices type of person.
Absolutely, and visit our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, look for WHMB TV 40 for all the shows that you might have missed. I think you will enjoy. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And we're joined today by Mr. Larry Williams, Jr. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And you're doing some outstanding work in the city of Indianapolis that's not just impacting Indianapolis, but just reverberates throughout the state. Tell us about the Indiana Black Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir. In 2008, the Indianapolis Black Chamber defunct. And so in 2013, me and 3 other people went to Anderson and sat on their board for 2 years to understand what a chamber is, what the foundation is. And we learned that, and we took all that information, and in 2015, we started the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce. And now we are, of course, 20 times bigger than Anderson, but they were our foundation, and that's where we are today.
And you've got quite a few companies on and still some that are coming on.
Yes, so we've been around 2 years, and right now we have 70 members.
70-member companies.
Yes, sir.
That's phenomenal. That's great. That's great. Are you able, I see something in your bio that I'm interested about, legislative awareness.
Yes,
What does
sir.
that mean?
So every...
As it relates to the to what you're doing.
To the chamber, yes,
To the
sir.
chamber.
Every March, we go down to the legislators, to the Governor's Center, and we have a lunch with the legislators.
Right.
And we invite all of them to come, Republicans, Democrats, everyone to come and meet all our members. And we have lunch. Country Kitchen usually serves it for us, and we talk to them. We tell them the things that we need, because the only way that we can further black businesses is through politically. And so that's the reason why we talk to the state representatives.
That's good.
That's outstanding, and there's a business summit coming up.
Yes, we have a business summit. It is at the fairgrounds. It's September 30th and October 1st, and it's from 10 to 6 every day. And so we have workshops where we have bonding workshops. We have how to network workshops. And so we also have some entertainers there. It'll be Band Geek, Brian Thompson. And then we also have some comedians there, Harold Hardy and Angela Starks.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, it does. It does. What are you going to offer other than bonding? and a light concert.
So there's 4 workshops a day.
Okay.
And then we have a panel at the end of the day.
Okay.
And Saturday we're talking about young entrepreneurships and how young people can get into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And then on Sunday we're talking about economic development and how we need to get involved into the economic development of the Black community.
That's good. That's good. How do you look at it as it relates to economic development in the Black community as it relates to the chamber now?
So if you look at the chamber, I know we say that we're focusing on businesses, but the Black Chamber, if you support Black businesses, they hire Black people. They hire felons. And once you get the Black people, the felons, then you can teach them how to buy houses. And so then once we buy houses, we buy in the community. And that changes the whole landscape. That also brings down crime. I mean, everything changes if you help Black businesses. But we first have to own something. And the first thing that we own are Black businesses.
So you're basically saying you use the chamber as a platform from economic standpoint to reduce crime, and not only to reduce crime, but to create an atmosphere to where the community now becomes owned and creates a new ownership in those communities.
Yes, sir. Okay. And we're definitely focused right now on 27th and Martin Luther King. There's a Great Place 2020 act by LISC, L-I-S-C, and they're focusing on that area. And so they're putting money in to help develop that area. And so we are a part of that. And so we're starting there to try to help bring this community together and grow and buy our community and grow our community.
So Larry, what precipitated the idea for putting together a business summit?
A business summit, because a lot of our members, they don't know where to go to start out a business. They just, we just rent out a building and start selling T-shirts, or we start selling food. And those things there's more to it than that. You have to know what the taxes is. You had to know, you had to have the health department come in. You had to have a license. So doing this business summit, we're just doing workshops so you understand how to do business.
From the ground up.
From the ground up, yes. And then we also have vendors there where this gives them a chance to spotlight vendors and our members to show the products that they serve and that they have.
That's great. I think when we look at that, it takes a lot of resources to do that. Do you have any sponsors?
Yes. So we have Lumina, we have Ivy Tech, and we also have IUPUI as one of our sponsors.
Great.
Well, that's outstanding. A lot's going on where business is concerned. What would you like to see with regard to Black businesses? As you've indicated, while there are businesses that are owned and operated by Black folks here in the city of Indianapolis and across America, just not a lot. So what would you like to see over the next 3 to 5 years?
One, I would like to see Black businesses grow because there was a disparity study by the state that said that all minority businesses are doing great except Black businesses. Black businesses are dying. They're in the red. And they said they don't understand why. Number one reason, they don't have an advocate. So that's the reason why we have the Black Chamber, is to become an advocate. So my goal is to make sure that we grow Black businesses, that they become primes on contracts, not subcontractors. That they become the boss, that they become the people making the decisions. And we grow and have more Black businesses because we make up over 32% of Indiana, so we should make up that many in businesses.
I think as it relates to the extension of trying to extend Black businesses, what is the outcome of Black businesses moving to prime versus sub? Recently, I heard that there is a certification issue now. You got to be certified with the state, and then you have to be certified with the city. Then there's so many X amount of dollars. Knowing that and looking at that particular piece of legislation, it does not do anything to help black businesses. What are you doing as a chamber? And I'm pretty sure you're aware of the information. What are you doing as a chamber to maybe reverse that or turn that around to where people will not be affected by the idea of not being able to have to be able to get a prime contract because they don't have certain things in place? And what are you doing to help get those things in place? And how will you challenge that legislation? Because I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first thing that they say is that they're not certified. So that is our goal, is we're helping make sure that businesses get certified. We will walk them through the process. So once they get certified, another issue that they claim is that they don't have the bonding, the capability to be bonded because of their credit. So we have worked with more bonding, and they will come in, no matter what your credit is, and work with you to become bonding, be able to be bonded.
Okay.
And so that's the reason why we're also doing that workshop. And so once you can get bonded, then we can make you a prime.
Oh, okay.
All the best, Larry, to your efforts, and doing a great job with the chamber. And we look forward to seeing some exciting things happen.
Thank you for having me.
God bless you, Larry.
Stay with us. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Marvelous guest, certainly not a stranger. Matthew Stewart, welcome.
Thank you very much, Pastor Jackson.
Thanks for coming
Yes, thank you. Had such a good time last time. I'm honored to be blessed to be invited back, so thank you.
You're welcome. And the speaker series is starting up again.
Absolutely. Stewart Speaker Series is launching its first speaker, in fact, on Thursday, the 14th of September, with Dr. Janetta Cole.
That's outstanding.
Yes, I think she's an educator.
Absolutely.
She's an educator, and she's pretty well rehearsed in what she does. And she's coming all the way to Indianapolis. I do want to compliment you. You do bring some phenomenal people who are with some phenomenal skills to our city. And our city's blessed to have you. Police officers for over 35 years, been doing speaker series over 30 years. And you let me tag along in the dust, and I really appreciate that.
Well, you're so kind, but the real fact of the matter is that I stand on the shoulder of many of people in Indianapolis, and you're just two of the individuals that really have propelled me. You've watched out for me. You've looked. You've tried to direct me in the way that would be impactful for the city, and so I'm pleased with that. Dr. Janetta Cole, we try to bring thought leaders, national thought leaders, to the city of Indianapolis, who can kind of engage some dialogue, some real meaning. But our tagline is more than just talk. So we don't want speakers to just come in, say a few words, slip behind the curtain, get into a limousine, and then off to the airport. So Stewart Speaker prides itself in the fact that we try to make sure that the audiences can touch, can feel, can interact with our speakers. We make sure that there is a reception. We make sure that our speakers will go to a high school or college and conduct a workshop with students, so that students can really begin to see the real life possibilities by seeing someone up front that they may here to now have only seen on television or heard on radio.
Right. I think that is going to be. Who else do you have this year, if I might ask?
Yeah, so after Dr. Janetta Cole, we have actor Nick Cannon coming on February the 7th.
Right.
And then that's followed by Valerie Jarrett. Of course, we remember Valerie Jarrett. She's an attorney by practice, and she was the top advisor to Barack Obama, responsible for putting Barack and Michelle together. She was the top advisor in the White House that was responsible for community engagement, and she's just a phenomenal person and is doing a lot of things within her own right. So she's here March the 8th, and then I'm pleased to say that just as of last night, we inked the final deal for our keynote speaker for this series, and that's Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Magic Johnson will be here in April of 2018. He will round out our season. And so we're pleased to have him. Of course, he's got a wide-ranging background from health to basketball to businessman, and so there are a lot of lessons to be garnered from that
Yeah,
conversation.
that's phenomenal.
It's a nice lineup.
That's a great lineup. Well, he usually brings great lineups, and
Yeah.
I think that this lineup is phenomenal. I mean, especially Magic Johnson. So we're going to have to find some room to make sure that everybody can attend that particular situation.
Absolutely.
That's great. I mean,
Absolutely.
great lineup this year. Tell us what we can do for you to help you push this.
Well, and you're doing it really right now, right here, right now. We're trying to continuously get the word out to the community. It's still never, it still seeks to amaze us that we'll go out to a group or we'll run into somebody and they'll say, oh, wow, this is great. I've not heard of Stewart Speaker Series. So again, by giving us the invitation to come on your show, we appreciate the honor. We appreciate the opportunity. Stewart Speakers, again, the core piece of what we do is the speaker series, but we also do 4 other things. So,
Right.
one, we try to convene conversations here in Indianapolis around issues that are important. Not to own those because we're not the experts in all of those different areas, but we may have a conversation around crime, or we may have a conversation around education, charter schools, that kind of thing, and then try to pass that off to the folk that do that on a daily basis. So community conversations. Then secondly, we also do a cultural road trip every summer. And so we went to D.C. several times, one for the Million Man March, once for the unveiling of the Dr. Martin Luther King statue, and then the third time for the opening of the African American Museum of Culture and History. So that's the second thing that we do. And then the third thing is we do, and we're just launching it this year, is Stewart Talks. So you've heard of TED Talks. So Stewart Talks will be done in the summertime, twice in the summertime, where we will reach out to local leaders, 3 at a time, over the lunch hour. There would be no cost to it. We'll have a little repast, but it will be, each speaker will have 20 minutes just to tell their story, how they were able to achieve the goals, the objectives that they have achieved, and give us 2 or 3 nuggets that life lessons that we can grow on. So that's the third thing. And then finally, we do a youth council where we try to directly impact young people and try to get some dialogue going on as to which speakers they would like to see coming into the city.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I'm really excited about your tagline, more than just talk.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people talk about
It's a great city for
program.
It's a great city for that.
That might be another show.
Well, that's another show, but that's a great city for that. This is a good, yeah.
So all the best to what you all are endeavoring to do. It's always a pleasure. It's always exciting to go to those events and to listen and to hear. And like we've said before, your life is impacted after a certain age by the books you read and the people you meet.
Right.
And it's been an outstanding privilege to meet you as well.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Stay with us. We've got the rundown. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm Curtis Baker, your marketing director.
We want to thank Lee Kossel and Crawley,
Yes, Stuart Mortuary and
Fervent Care Child Care and Christian Academy.
yes, sir. Thank you for helping us reach the community. We want to continue to do so. If there's anybody else who wants to be connected to us, let us know.
Yeah, and certainly we want to thank the folks who have provided the food during the
Sapiro's,
breaks.
yeah, Sapiro
Sapiro's.
Delicatessen. We got some corned beef and some Reuben sandwiches and beef sandwiches. It's just amazing what they do for us.
Yeah, great food. Curtis, we've got an event coming up.
We have an event coming up that's going to be epic. And when I mean epic, it's going to be one of a kind. It's the Martin Center Sickle Cell Anemia Super Sunday and Telethon. And let me tell you about Super Sunday first. Super Sunday is going to be October 22nd, where we're going to get all the churches in Indianapolis involved. So everyone can have an involvement in this. And you'll be getting letters, and you'll be getting information saying so about it. But we're going to flip forward to that Saturday, October the 28th, 2017, at the Martin University inside their gavatorium. And we'll have the first ever live telethon
For sickle cell
for
anemia.
sickle cell anemia.
Yeah.
And the thing about this,
Quite possibly in the world.
in the world, but the thing that makes it so great, the two hosts. Our own Pastor Jackson and Pastor Moore will be hosting this event, and we look forward
It's
to it.
going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. And our goal,
Good cause.
we got to be conscious of the goal. We're asking all churches to participate on the 22nd, which is
Yes,
Super
Super
Sunday.
Sunday.
And then on the 28th,
Eighth.
we want you to come to the telethon with your check. And we'll make sure that your church, your organization, your business is well recognized into helping sickle cell anemia patients. We have a goal of
100,000.
$100,000.
And we initiated that right here on the show.
On the show. On the
And
show.
we had Gary and Sabay
Sabay.
from the Martin Center.
Absolutely.
And we were just kind of tossing that
Throwing
idea
it
around.
And God made a way.
Yeah.
God made a way. It's going to take some resources to get it going.
Yeah.
But we're going to get it going because it helps young men and women with sickle cell anemia.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how serious it is, but it's a real serious illness.
And certainly grateful to LaCie Broadcasting and all the folks
Right
at
here.
LaCie to help make it happen.
Right.
We look forward to this. I mean, we're very excited about this. This is something that we've done telethons in the past, but nothing on a local level with such a great cause as this. And we look forward to it.
Yeah. So we want to be sure that you are there. Please mark it on your calendar. Also, join us at our new time on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. and of course on Sundays at 5:30. We'll see you next time.
Real